Good afternoon. I show it is now 4:00 p.m. on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Calling to order the Board of Public Works and Utilities. Mayor Kim Smith.
Here.
Alder Diane Wolf is also here. Jim Benash. I have not heard from him. Has anyone heard from Jim? Okay. I'm going to have him unexcused at this time unless he walks in. Alder Larry Jurassic. And Jared Holter
Here.
and Sabrina Steger.
Here.
Thank you everyone for coming in tonight. Also note that Kevin Schubert is also here, our city engineer, and Karen Marquardt in finance. Perfect. Thank you. Number 2, consideration and action on minutes from the previous meeting.
You didn't say Rick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just used to seeing you here. It's just, and also, pardon the oversight. I'm so sorry. Our city administrator, Rick Niemeyer. I'm on medicine right now.
His name tag.
he doesn't have his name
I
tag.
couldn't think of what his name is. That's what would happen to me. I would be
Oh.
blanking out like, what is
I'm
his
glad I
name?
looked up when there was giggling. Because like, what happened? Okay. Okay. And thank you for coming tonight also. Gosh. So I'll consider a motion to accept the previous month's minutes.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes and place them on file.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, second by Alder Larry to approve previous minutes. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 3, public input limited to 3 minutes per individual. If there is anyone in person or online who would like to give public input, they may do so at this time. Please state your first and last name and your home address, and you are limited to 3 minutes. Jared, is anyone online?
There is not.
Okay, thank you. So first call for public input. Second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. I'll close item number 3 and move on to consideration and possible action on the following items. Under Public Works number 4, sanitary sewer compliance maintenance, item A, annual report. Jared and or Kevin.
In your packet tonight, there is the sanitary sewer compliance maintenance annual report, the CMAR. Various 9 pages worth of data that has been compiled. We do score well. There are no deficiencies found. We did get an A in finance and in maintenance, so that's a good thing. And via this report, we are doing a good job of keeping up. So I would ask that the resolution gets passed for us to submit with our report.
I move to accept the report and submit it as described.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, second by Alder Larry to approve this report. Discussion. Alder Larry?
Thank you, Diane. The question I have is on page 4, 6-3. It says, has an energy study been performed on the pumps? And you have no.
So our sanitary sewer system is relatively small. We don't have a wastewater treatment plant. So if we had a wastewater treatment plant, we'd have a astronomically higher usage of energy. Our stations are relatively small pumps. We always look at that as part of our rehabilitation of the stations. So we actually pay for pumps that are of a higher quality and give us better energy ratings. So we do that during the design of the station. So we don't have enough energy usage that I think we'd have enough bang for the buck to get anything back, but.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, concerns? Motion is to pass the item 4A, the annual report. All those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item 4B, Resolution 14-2025, City of Onalaska, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, NR 208, Compliance Resolution 2024, Onalaska, Wisconsin. Jared?
This is just the resolution outlining the findings in our CMAR.
Move we pass resolution 14-2025.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, seconded by Sabrina to pass, to approve Resolution 14-2025. Discussion. Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item 5, 2024 Consumer Confidence Report, CCR for City Waterworks. Jared?
This is mandated through the Safe Drinking Water Act that we must submit a consumer confidence report for our water system. This is distributed to every user of the water system. It'll be in the July bill. We do submit it to our Wisconsin DNR representatives, engineer for their review. Basically, in your pack tonight is the CCR. We are below MCL for all testing areas, which is the maximum contaminant level. We are still doing a lot of PFAS testing. There is a whole section on the back page about PFAS sampling. The last sample that we received at well number 9 was below the proposed MCL or maximum contaminant level being proposed by the federal government at this time. Barely, but we were below. Overall, I'd say we're in good shape. We'll have lead and copper testing in 2026, which will happen again. That's a very big process for the department. Just want to say that Ashley Kramer does a great job of doing all of our water quality management and testing for the water system and stays up on all this. So it's for information that's going to be going out to the public. And if you have any questions, we're here to available.
I'll entertain a motion, or do we already, yeah, we already have one. No, we don't.
I don't think,
No, we don't.
did we?
No.
I move that we
Thank you.
accept the consumer confidence report and place it on file in preparation for public distribution.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, second by Alder Larry to approve the 2024 Consumer Confidence Report, CCR for City Waterworks. Discussion. Alder Larry?
Thank you, Chair. Question I have is on page 15. Several of those tests were 2020. Is there any requirement to do anything?
A lot of the tests come with, they're not an every year test, like the lead and copper is only every 3 years. And some of the tests are only when the EPA sends out certain sampling requirements. So we haven't had those lately. So we are within all of the testing that the DNR sends us every spring, every January. We get a list of what our required sampling is, and we've completed it as of the date. So
So they said just send you a list of what they want done and we fill it out.
correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions or concerns? I have two little ones. Well, I guess maybe three. So Jared, when you talked about that, the report will be in the July water bill. Will it be this entire report or kind of more of a synopsis?
This is the synopsis of this, the CCR, this, what you see in your packet will be in your water.
Perfect, thank you. And second question would be, will this also be,
Posted on our website.
and will it be as, at least in years past, I don't know if it was last year, but will still be like a legal notice in the paper? Or is that not required anymore?
No, we typically, I don't know, as far as, we have not posted it, we could post it in the newspaper and not then have to mail it.
Oh.
We have an
okay.
option, but some communities, some smaller communities do that with their local newspaper, but we mail a copy is out.
Okay.
They are looking at, the regulations are getting updated where we might be able to post on the website and send out an email to people and
Okay.
do that, but they haven't got that far yet,
That's-
so.
Okay, great. And
With
thank-
that also, we might have to be looking at sending it out then every 6 months, so it'll be twice a year, but
Okay.
as of right now, this meets what our regulatory requirements are.
Great, thank you. And the last question I have is on page 14. You mentioned this to me, gosh, some years ago, and it's a good reminder that I need to start doing it again about Onalaska Waterworks is responsible for providing high-quality drinking water, but cannot control the variety of materials used in the private plumbing components. When your water has been sitting for several hours, like overnight, you can minimize the potential for lead exposure by flushing your tap for 30 seconds to 2 minutes before using water for drinking or cooking.
Mhm.
And I don't think the majority of people are aware of that, but when you said that, I know I did it for quite a long time. So I think I'll have a new rule in the house coming up tonight.
Well, and that depends too with, the lead solder was banned in the middle of '80s, so
Okay,
any of the newer houses are all pretty much have a lot of PEX plumbing in it, so it's plastic.
Okay.
So it'd really be the older houses that the pre-1980, middle 80s houses would be the ones that you'd really have to watch it.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Any other questions and or concerns? Hearing and seeing none, motion is to approve item 5. All those in favor said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 6. Franklin Street Lift Station Rehabilitation Project Amendment Number 2 with Strand Associates. Jared.
This is purely just a date change. They had June 30th of 2025 for completion of the project in their engineering agreement. We're moving that to December 31st. We do anticipate in the next couple months that construction will be moving forward. So they will still have tasks to do, punch list items and some inspections to do. So this is just changing the date. There'll be no cost associated with it.
But you are looking for an approval of it?
Yeah, I would like, we need to have a motion to approve this.
Okay, great, thank you.
I move that we accept project amendment number 2 with Strand at no cost to the city.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, second by Alder Larry to approve the project amendment number 2 with Strand at zero cost. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 7, 2025 Supervisory and Data Acquisition, otherwise known as SCADA, upgrades professional engineering services. Jared.
Thank you. In your packet tonight is a proposal for engineering services from Strand Associates. This is really a two-part item. On page 20 and 21 is the outline of the services. So I'll take the first part, which is going to be basically items 1 through 5, which is the SCADA portion of the project. If you go to page 22, you can see that portion of the project has a project cost of $29,000. That project would then do the design and specifications for the 2026 SCADA upgrades that we would put into the budget. You can see there's a variety of laundry list of items that are on there. This would be performed by Strand. They have done all of our SCADA work since we put in the SCADA system in 2007. They're intimately familiar with it. Really can't hire another engineering firm to do that work. So we will recommend them to go forward with that part of it as part of a, this is almost two items within an item here. So that's the first part for this work, is the SCADA work. The second part is the arc flash study. So that is outlined in section 6 on page 21. This is a review of all of our electrical sites. You can see under item 6A, we've got 19 sites with 480 volt electricity. So when you're talking that kind of electricity, it isn't like putting a new outlet in where you just get a shock. If you do something, it's bodily harm if something goes wrong. If you've ever been to a well or a lift station, looked inside one of the cabinets. So as part of our lockout tagout policy update that we are working on and working through, we really need to have the arc flash updated. So you can see that in there, you'd see that under 6D, there's 62 arcing energy labels that will be sent that we would apply to the equipment. So basically those labels would outline where you could go, what you could do, or what safety measures you'd need. So this is really a safety thing. You know, if you go on the internet and look at arc flash, there's some larger areas than what, even equipment than what we have in the city, but it's a fairly dangerous item. So with that, we're looking to do this arc flash study, update all the components of it, and then incorporate that into the new safety policy. That is at a cost of $36,000. There are other firms that we could contract this service out with. Once again, Strand has designed a majority of the newer lift stations that we have in the wells within the city. They're intimately familiar with our processes and what we have. So we would like to go forward with them. We do understand that there are other firms out there that could do this work, but we feel with their intimate knowledge of staff and with the electrical system, we'd like to move forward with that. And with that, the SCADA work was budgeted in our equipment budget as a separate line item, and the arc flash study would be paid out of the operating budget for water and sewer under the contractual line items. So we would have budgetary funds to cover both of these projects.
Thank you, Jared. So if I may ask, before we go to motions, are you fine with us taking them,
You can
approving
take
them
each one separately if you would like.
Each one separately,
Yep.
we can do that. That's why I wanted to ask beforehand, but we didn't have to reverse any motions. So Chair will entertain a motion first to approve.
I have a question first.
Oh, sure.
For clarity. So when I'm looking at this, it seems as though it is task order 25-2 for both items, right? And then within that, the task number 1 is the $29,000 for the SCADA. and
Correct.
Task number 6 is the 36,000 for the arc flash,
That would be correct.
and they're both for Strand.
Correct.
Okay.
If one or the other did not get approved, we would just strike it from the task order and then
Okay.
start again.
So I'll go ahead and I'll just put the motion on the floor. So I'll move to approve task order 25-2, which is an agreement between the city and Strand. Part number 1 is the $25,000 for the SCADA, and part labeled number 6 is the $36,000 for the arc flash. And my motion is to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Kim, second by Alder Larry to approve the 1 through 5 and the item number 6. And respectfully in the first one is for 29,000 for the scope of services. The second one is for $36,000.
And then we have it in the record and then
Yes.
something.
Discussion. Sabrina.
Thank you. Jared, are you at all worried this will affect any other equipment issues or anything in regards to your total budget for the GL lines for other contractual services or?
Well, we do our best with contractual services with trying to, see where we're at throughout the year, but being split between actually 3 departments, stormwater, water and sewer, I think those budgets can sustain the 36,000. At this point, I think the arc flash study, we have to do it with someone. There is no stopping doing it. It is a needed item. It's a safety item. We will have to find the money within the budget to make it work. But I feel comfortable that, assuming no contractual items come up that we need to handle again right away, I think we'd be fine.
Any other questions, concerns? All those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 8, pay estimates. Strand Associates, Inc., Short Elliott Hendrickson, Inc., Fowler and Hammer, Inc., Wisconsin Department of Transportation, Market and Johnson, Inc., and any other contractor/developer. I show there are a total of 12 monthly estimates as dated in our packet, June 3rd, 2025. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the pay estimates.
A second.
Motion by our Finance Director, Sabrina Steger, second by Alder Larry to approve the 12 total pay estimates. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the pay estimates say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Moving on to number 9, utilities, there was no report. And item number 10, adjournment.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Alder Larry, second by Sabrina to adjourn at 4:19 PM. Any questions, concerns? Seeing none, all those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, we adjourned at officially 4:19 PM. Thank you again for everyone coming in.